Welcome to Create Your Future. My name is Caroline. I'm a coach here, and today we are talking law of assumption as always. So today someone left a message under one of my videos, so I am going to read it and we are going to talk about the comments and see what you guys think. The subscriber says, what is your opinion on saying, and that's the affirmation, I quickly discover and release all limiting beliefs. That's one affirmation. Or another affirmation, I get all my desires because I deserve them and because I no longer hold limiting beliefs. Okay, these are her two affirmations, which I do love. Let's start with that. I do love them. Okay, so the subscriber says, I know a woman who has spent years on digging for limiting beliefs and still says she hasn't discovered them all. For me personally, I have discovered that I have to work on love is safe. And she says, thank you for your videos. So first of all, thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate that. I am so grateful for all of you watching. Really, it means a lot to me. And I am happy to make them for people like you who do watch. And I do enjoy the interaction. That's why I make them, is to have those conversations, to progress. You know, I make them. This is, I would say the fruit of my research over the years, my experience. All of my videos are based on my life, on my own personal experience, on what I have done. This is something that if you have listened to my older videos, this is a way of thinking that was taught to me by my grandmother, who died at the age of 99, just of old age, no disease, nothing. She died peacefully in her sleep. She had never seen a doctor except for the 2 times she gave birth to my dad and his brother. And I was going to say her son, his brother. And she was affirming, nonstop, all day long, all the time. It got to the point where my entire family had their head like this, like they couldn't take it anymore. They all thought she was crazy, but I didn't. I loved listening to her. And she was taking care of me because both my parents were working, and she was brainwashing me since I was very little. So I was used to it, and that's something that I have been practicing, with her my entire life. So to me, speaking the words and affirming has been my religion, I would say. And I do believe that you do speak the words in order to have an experience or be who you want to be, experience the life that you want to experience, and have what you want to have, right? So those videos that I'm making are based on what I have experienced. And I enjoy sharing this with you, and I enjoy hearing what you think, and I enjoy getting your questions and discussing what you think, and I really love that. So what do I think about your 2 affirmations? I do love them. I love them because this is what I do believe. I believe that whatever makes sense to you is what is going to push out, because this is going to be your dominant belief, if that makes sense to you. Okay, if you believe that you must find all of your limiting beliefs in order to get to your end goal, this is going to be an ongoing discovery that you must keep on searching for all those limiting beliefs in order to get to your end goal, right? And that might be what your friend or that woman is doing. But that is her dominant belief, and that's what she's doing. And maybe she does enjoy finding her limiting beliefs. That, you know, that can be a quest for self-discovery, and that might be interesting, just to know herself, to discover who she is. It's not a bad thing, just to, you know, it could be a self-discovery. It could be a good thing for her. However, if your goal is something more, you know, I was going to say short-term, something you want to manifest faster, you want to get it done now, and you want to bypass those limiting beliefs, well, yes, of course, they don't have to exist, and therefore your 2 affirmations are perfect. So that will become your dominant beliefs, and if they make sense to you, they will bypass everything else. They will be who you are. You don't need that, you know? So it's important that you create, you know, kind of your own rules. You create your own, you create your own, you create your own set of rules. You create your own set of beliefs. But whatever makes sense to you. You know, it would be like someone who would say, for instance, the housing market right now, it's an example. Housing market right now is hard. Everything is so expensive. Finding homes is very difficult. They're scarce and too expensive. Okay, that's an example. So now the person who wants to find a new home or a new apartment would say, well, it's very difficult because there's not that many available, and if they are, they're too expensive. So that is their limiting beliefs, because now they're gonna encounter many obstacles before they get their apartment, because the 2 obstacles are scarce and too expensive. Now you create your own belief. For instance, it could be, every time I move to a better home. Every time I move, my apartment is better and better. Every time I move, it's an even more, you know, comfortable apartment. Every time I move, not only do I own the place, I always pay the whole place. You know, I can easily afford to purchase the home in full if I choose to. You know, whatever. You name the rules. There are your rules. So that's what I'm saying. You bypass your limiting beliefs by recognizing them, and then you set up a list of your own rules, and then you affirm those rules by making them, through the repetition of those affirmations, your new rules, and they become your dominant beliefs, and therefore you trip the limiting beliefs, and that's how you can manifest much faster. So when you say, I quickly discover and release all limiting beliefs, or I get all my desires because I deserve them and because I no longer hold limiting beliefs, yes, that these are your new rules. I would go even further. I quickly discover and release all limiting beliefs, yes. But I would pinpoint my limiting beliefs in regards to what? What is my goal? And then I would go and shoot straight to the goal. All right. So if we go back to the example of finding a new home and, you know, the new home is being too expensive. That's the limiting beliefs. Now we go straight to the end goal, which is it's easy for me to afford any homes I want. And every time I move easily. I find new homes fast. And every time I move, it's in a better home. Every time I move in a better home. Every time I live in a home, I feel so comfortable. I think that I'm in the most comfortable home. And little do I know, I move again, and it's yet a better home, a more comfortable home, with a better view, with a better everything. Same with a specific person, same with relationships, same with health, same with jobs, same with financial situation. I just landed a great job. I love my job. I have such a great pay. Little did I know, I just got an offer out of nowhere with an even better pay, a better salary, better benefits, better hours. Who would have guessed? Every time I get a job offer, it's a better salary. Every time I get a job offer, it's a better position. Every time I get a job offer, it's with a better team. Every time I get a job offer, I am happier and happier. It's a better environment for me. It's a better opportunity. Every time I get a new job, I feel more comfortable. I love what I do even more than the last. Same with a relationship. I thought I was heartbroken about my last relationship, but every time I get into a relationship, it's even better than the last. That's how you can trip your limiting beliefs. You don't focus on limiting beliefs. You go straight to the end goal of what it is that you want. I intend that I was very clear. I do love your comments. Please keep them coming and let's discuss some more topics. Guys, thank you for all your thumbs up. Thank you for sharing, and until next week, bye.